Hey y'all, what it is, what it do? It's your girl Brittany. She's back. She's better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is. I know what it is. We know that your girl posts frequently. All right, y'all, say it with me collectively. We are jumping, skipping, hopping, leaping. We doing it. Dougie bow, wow, Dougie yow into this video. Click the link down in my description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. All right, y'all, come without further ado. Let's go and get into this video. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I like Jocelyn's cabaret so far. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of big personalities that I do like and enjoy, and I definitely like that these girls are not too scared of Jocelyn. I do like that. Jocelyn really be trying to run down on these girls, and I'm like, hold on, Holiday. Hold on, in my Joyce voice. Hold on, Holiday. Just vibe. Like, she really do be doing a lot, pointing a finger, always downgrading them. And I just feel as though she in so many seasons to keep talking to them like that is a little delusional. Not even a lot of delusion. I just feel like you a grown woman. The way you demand respect is through like bullying these girls or being like, I made y'all's life better. If I didn't do this, you wouldn't be where you are today. And it's like, girl, you are not the Lord. You are not the spirit above. Like, yes, you're giving them opportunity, but just the ego, the self-absorption is very delusional, and it's really hard to watch because she's so old. It is very hard to watch. So we start off where we left off last week with Chinks and Lexi going back. Chinks and docked her so hard, girl. She fell back. And these is two stallions. Okay, so the punch had the horse back. I mean, baby. Man down, man down. Now T Love decides to put her input while Lexi and Chinks is fighting, saying that Chinks ain't had no storyline last season. She don't remember her storyline. Blah blah blah. They start going back and forth. She ends up spitting at her, but I believe she misses. Chinks said, "Okay, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get you in a minute. I ain't finished. I'm gonna put it in my pocket right now." But I doubt that you're gonna like these hands that you will be receiving later than sooner. And I love that because now when I say this from the preview, Chinks told her up and down. You ain't had no business spin no way, but she definitely got her lick back. Her lick was caught. T Love in her confessional saying, "You should have made a friend out of me." No, baby. I think it was reversed very much. You should have made a friend out of her because way she tore your ass up in these previews, you should have reconsidered jumping in something that had nothing to do with you. That wasn't your business. Nick ends up explaining the whole Paris situation, why they in the sprinter, just letting it be known like she didn't know nothing about a video and she need that from Drea when she see her. Get that, gotta have that. I love Nick's confessional look. It is so cute. I love the blue. She ate this blue up. The girls end up seeing Joselyn, and immediately, expeditiously, she was on that with Dez and Nick telling them, "Get to the bus. Dismiss out my face. Get away from me." She ends up calling out Chinks because Chinks left early last season. Chinks need to put her wig back on straight or put her head over this wig. I don't like the fact that we see the wig lifting and we just planted it on our head like it's not a baseball cap. Chinks ends up letting it be known, she did leave last season, but this season is hers. She ain't going nowhere. So Jocelyn goes over to Isis and she just ends up saying that she does more for them than their mother. I'm like, excuse you? I don't know none of these girls' background, but girl, who the hell you think you is? You're not that. Just vibe. She ends up saying she pays them $500 a day. And I mean, don't get me wrong, in this economy, that's great, $500 a day. But look what they have to put up with for $500 a day. And my thing is this: if it was miscommunication, just leave it at that. Why do they have to be fake and all this? Like, you never know if it's giving boss or it's giving friend that's checking you because they feelings hurt. Like they said before, it is hard to talk to her, and you can obviously tell it is hard to talk to Jocelyn, the Puerto Rican princess, because she's set in her ways and she's more like it. I need to get off my chest what I need to get off my chest. I really don't care what you have to say. And I think that hurts her in the long run. She then goes to Egypt, and Egypt like, no, you pay me 450. She's starting to talk about something. It's always been 500. It's always been. She was like, no, it was 450. Joseline, I don't know, baby. It's giving you don't know how much you be paying these folks. That's what it's giving me, because she ain't got no reason to lie. I mean, of course, they probably don't remember how many cities they went to, because who gives a rat's how many cities, countries we went to? All I care about is what's going to be in my pocket, you know? So if it was 450 a day, ain't nobody got to lie about their money. And she's saying, no, it was 450. You talking over her and then want to say, and you're an op. Like, she definitely changed the conversation very quickly from money to them, quote unquote, being fake. So we didn't see the girls on the bus, and Isis is leading the conversation more like, elevate me or let me go home. You want somebody to be your puppet, you want somebody to be your punching bag, or you trying to elevate my life? I think it's more so the second one, baby. I think she just really wants y'all to be her little punching bags. I don't know how much she really do pay y'all. I don't know, not my business, not my problem. But I will say the ladies was standing up for themselves, you know, in a respectful way. But they shouldn't have to be going back and forth. Joseline, in my opinion, loves drama. And if you're not kissing her ass consistently, then she feel like you are. Gypsy need to find something to do. I'm happy on the next episode they fight her and beat her ass. I'm sick of her. You trying to create a storyline from the get-go when nobody is looking for you. Go pray. Like you said on your shirt, you love women who pray. And I want you to go pray and find some business. You keep bringing up the girl love. You keep saying how she said she don't care about the OGs. Oh, well, she don't care about them. Like she said, she's here for me, myself, and I, as she should. Like, what? Why do you keep saying something? You weird ass being like irritating me. Why do you keep saying something? Why you keep bringing it up? We on episode 2 and you still, I don't want to put words in your mouth. No, I want you to put some words in your mouth about your business. So Joseline confronts Dez, and I definitely could see Dez calling Joseline a hater. I could see that. I could definitely see Dez feeling herself, because Dez is a pretty girl. And I could see her being like Joseline's a hater. I could see that. I can see her saying that. I didn't see her say it, but I can see her saying that Joseline's a hater. She hates because I'm pretty. I can see her, that being her default. I could definitely see that. And my thing is Jocelyn, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, to be honest, when people go on tour, from my knowledge, from the times that I know people who went on tour, that's what you do, baby. You pay for their hotel and stuff. You might not pay for their food every little stinking minute, but if they go out to eat with you or something, yeah, usually the boss is the one who handles the bill. So that's normal. You're not doing anything out of the ordinary. That's usually what happens. So Dez ends up calling out Drea, saying that Drea be talking about Joseline. Neat then come over and repeat something that Drea said. It was giving childish. It was giving a weak storyline. It was giving very childish. Like, first of all, why is all y'all turning on each other when apparently y'all not even making nothing but $450, $500 a day, and she barely want to pay y'all that? Like, why is y'all turning on each other? Just apologize and move on. Y'all know she just wants y'all to kiss her ass anyway. So I'm not understanding why the girls are doing this he say, she say, fake, oh, two-faced in this. You talk about her life. She vented to you about Joseline for a little second. I'm not seeing what's the big deal. So the girls then break out and fight. But I did look, because I was trying to figure out how Nick got that knot on her head. But everybody got rings on. At least one ring is on damn near everybody's finger. The only person whose hands I really couldn't see was Dez, but all the girls got on rings. So Joseline, I guess y'all never minded. Y'all never minded getting paid $500 and getting titties on your forehead as well. Y'all never minded, because it's rings. Cause I'm like, how did she get that? Like, the fights is not giving amazing. None of y'all could really fight like that. Only person I could say was really getting in there from this first fight was Dez. Dez was bop, bada, bing, and old girl on top of her head. Dani and Dez go another round. Dani is getting drunk. Like usually she can keep up a little bit, but nah, baby, she's just been getting beat up left to right by Dez. Dez ain't playing. Dez said belt to ass. Neek jumps in a little bit, but hey, they said stop running up. Now Joseline then turns on them and they start backing up because they just never know if she gonna swing. So they backing up because they don't want to put their hands on her or just have her punk them out on the TV. So they all start backing up as they should, but to an extent, I would not want to ever be in this hostile environment. This is a hostile work environment. We need to get some lawsuits going here because this is a lot, honestly. Like y'all be deciding to put up with that for $500 a day is crazy. Anyways, so then Dani and Dez start fighting. I ain't gonna lie, Dani, I'm like, oh, she must have kicked her. I think she kicked her in the face, but that's crazy. Like, they is really fighting like wild animals out here for what? So Jocelyn starts talking to Neek because out of all of them, it seems as though Neek is the one that she care about. I think Neek ended up winning last season, and from what everybody says, she's her best dancer. So, and in the Academy with Renati, it seems as though she's leading the choreography. So, this her top girl, this her bottom girl or whatever. So Jocelyn, like, you did me like that, my nigga, me. And she's explaining to her girl, it's a misunderstanding. If you hear the video, if you hear me talk, I can tell you what happened. You have to give me a chance to talk, though. And I definitely think that is genuine. If you keep just want to say what you want to say and talking over me, how can you expect for me to talk to you or for me to be able to communicate with you? I can't communicate with you. I can't talk to you if you over talking me. Like, really, you just want to talk and have me be like, right. Like, no, it don't go like that. Nick and drug Dani through that mud as she should. God, it was a swing back around for me. I said, yes, just get her. She said, bow, take her through there. Because why she even running up? Like, doing too much, losing all her fights. Like, you look a mess. You need to sober up. Bad. Like, girl, to my family, I don't mind you saying that about me, but my family, my finances when they're on the line, I go crazy. Like, girl, just sit down, vibe, and try not to get beat up no more. After Nick explains everything, Jocelyn still finds a new way of making it Nick's fault. Then she like, but you're hanging with her. And that bitch called me a hater. I'm a hater. I'm a certified hater. Me, the Puerto Rican princess. A hater could never. You're supposed to be a leader. You're my bottom bitch. And you sitting up here hanging with a bitch, call me a hater. Flat pancake. She can get out today. What are you talking about? Why are you hanging with her like her? Now this my thing right here. When Jocelyn asked, "Do Neek feel like she hang?" Baby, Neek said nothing. Neek shook her head a little bit. I said, "Oh, okay, yeah, it's giving a little bit." Neek said she really ain't got nothing to do with Dez, and I understand that. When money on the line, my finances. If they want to deal with Jocelyn, they gonna deal with her. But I would say this, like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Why you keep bringing her up? Me and her don't even have conversations about you. Right now, we're talking about my finances. My finances. That's what we're talking about. Jocelyn is such a crybaby. In my opinion, Jocelyn really wants love from these women. She wants these women to love on her and treat her like the sister that I guess she don't have. And I think that's all cool and dandy, but also too, like, they don't know what they can do with her. Jocelyn is very weird. And I definitely believe she wants acceptance from these girls, like her ways and stuff. She knows she's a lot to deal with. And, overall, it was more so about Neek not calling her. But I definitely understand Neek's point of view too. I'm going to call you so you can cuss me out, call me out my name, self-degrade me. Like, that can be overwhelming, especially, when you be having your own stuff going on, you going through your own life, you're just trying to make it. You then think about it. Is the $500 worth me being verbally abused every day? Or, somebody just, I'm waking up on the right side of the bed. She could be like, you're ugly. You look a mess. I can understand these new girls are setting boundaries with Joseline. I don't think Joseline is used to that. She's used to just running over these girls, saying whatever she wants, and nobody really checking her or, letting her know, hey, I'm not tolerating that. And, with that, they move how they move. Like, yes, you are giving them an opportunity. And I definitely think when it comes to Neek, because again, like I said, word on the curve is like she's the best dancer. And Neek had motion before the cabaret was even thought of. Like she been working hard and building her brand. So she felt like the best should have reached out and the best said, no, more emotion can happen outside of you. And I don't think that she's used to that. And again, after all the tears, she's still blaming Neek. Neek said, no, I never did you wrong. I ain't never did nothing. I like the fact Neek is like being able to stay calm, obviously because her money is on the line, but just being able to stay calm and be like, nope, you're not gonna take that out on me. Nope, I'm not gonna carry that burden. Nope, that's not my responsibility. Nope, that had nothing to do with me. I like that she's setting that tone. So they came to some clear communication on all sides, basically just them basically really not knowing that they was finna do a dance. They really didn't know. And Joseline just accepted it as she should have from the beginning of this whole episode. Now we end up getting to love opening up, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. A lot of times this is a lot for me. I try to keep myself away from people's upbringing, especially when it comes to innocence being taken away. That is just something I don't like to know. It touches me in a different way, and I can honestly get very emotional behind it and, you know, taken to a dark place. I'm big on certain stuff I have to keep away from me. Like when it comes to a lot of things that happen like on the news with, certain things like that's harming others and stuff like that. When it's real life, I have to keep, like, I could read about it, but actually like hearing somebody talk about it or seeing it and stuff like that triggers me. And I just don't like to hear about stuff like this. I do hate that all that happened to her. And with her going into detail about a lot of the stuff, I did have to skip just for my own mental health. I just cannot handle that. That's very heavy to know, and I just am not in a place where I can handle that. So I had to skip a lot of what she said. I did hear about the 6-year-old thing, and that's when I really started skipping because that right there was just a lot for me. The T Love girl just saying like, she is going to stay distant and observe her because she got a lot going on. What do you mean? That just was so weird to me. And my thing is this: don't ask people to open up if you're not ready to hear how far they take it. When the girl asked her to go into detail and then was like, you don't have to share if you don't want to, and y'all just looking crazy. To me, it wasn't a safe space. First of all, this environment isn't a safe space to begin with to be opening up about certain things like that. Yes, it is people who went through stuff like that. And yeah, you can say awareness, but I just think these are not the people that she should have opened up to about that. Just currently, right now, because the confessional of being like, okay, I need to keep my distance. I gotta watch you, but I told her you have my number. If you need anything, you can talk to me. That was a little sketchy to me. That was a little sketchy. Hopefully, she don't blast this information. If she does, I'm on her ass like the white own rights that her mama should have gave her. But hopefully, she don't do that. But again, I just don't feel as though this was a safe environment for her to open up about stuff like that. And like I said before, it was very triggering to me to listen to it. But overall, I do hate that had happened to her. And hopefully this show does change her life to get her out of those particular situations that she did have to experience. So they end up going to the party and the monkey is in the room with this cheap dress that splits open. in a minute. She's in the room looking like who did it, why, and don't do it again. Was just on Instagram crying about her baby daddy. But she's here again for what? I don't know why. Monkey ends up calling out Gypsy, saying that you was getting laid pipe down on my time, blah blah blah. Girl, I don't care about your show. I don't care about the Gypsy girl. I don't care about you. Oh well, that's what you get. I hope she gets some more pipe on your time. So this girl, I don't know her name, whatever. She ends up doing really nothing. She just had her ground on her twice. I seen both of them was in heels, and she really wasn't supporting the monkey at all. She just had her by her back, made sure they was right up on each other, and they was about to fall when she was putting it down. So did she really eat that? Not for real. I seen some tumbling. I seen some legs shaking. She got on heels, so I don't even know why she tried to do that in heels anyway. Maybe if she was in tennis shoes, maybe. But heels, girl, y'all was about to fall through. So she ate that, girl. I seen them knees buckling. T Love ends up coming over there and Chinks confronts her. And baby, Chinks got the business immediately. Chinks does talk. She gives Queen D, like she talks to the side. Yesterday just trying me. She said, huh? You say your attention just picture me. What did you say? You know that you attempted to spit on me. I'm like, yeah, make it clear because I couldn't even hear you. I see why she keep. What did you say? What did you say? Mind y'all, both of y'all got on dresses and getting down where y'all mad at. But I don't mind. I never minded. But the girls get down and hey, a down was had. So it seems as though on the next episode, Chinks lets T Love know don't play with her no more, and a play don't happen no more. And Gypsy gets tore out the frame. Oh well, never minded, never cared. Oh well, Erica go home. Bye. See y'all in the next one. Love y'all.